Hello everybody! Welcome to another tier list video. We did the Guardians video last week for the assets. Now we're on the Seeker assets, everything up to the Dream Eaters. Because while we've played with some of the assets from Innsmouth, like I'm sure we all agree that Eldritch Sophist is a good card, right? But we're gonna just leave those out until we get like actual consistent gameplay with them on our channel. There is a little addendum at the start as well that this is just all our opinion going for multiplayer without any sort of like, we're not going to factor in like this card is good specifically in this one style of deck. It's kind of just like general playability, how we view them from S all the way down to D. I also have an untranslated section for when we can put the untranslated cards that aren't noteworthy but like don't deserve a D rank because they're there for the stepping stone for their future cards. If that sounds good to you guys.
That sounds like a good idea. Like they are actually trash on the first half, but they aren't like bad.
Yeah, they need to be there. They need to be there.
Yeah.
So I think we should start with our S tiers, which this is Untabooed.
Mr. Rook, straight to the top, baby.
Yeah, I think Mr. Rook, higher education. And where's my boy Mr. Rook?
Yeah, that's
Straight to the tippy top.
I think it was like, this is kind of like what my initial instinct was, like this. For
Are these cards are untabooed?
Untabooed, yes.
Like
I think they're all pretty close.
Yeah, I think they're all like, this is like, you could just like deal these three cards out and those would be your S tier in whatever order. Like, they're just all really good, strong cards.
You mean broken?
Broken, yes. No, for Seeker, they're just strong cards. They're not broken. They don't view themselves as broken.
I don't know, man. Mr. Rook, like, they're pretty broken, man.
Oh, yeah. So then, what do we have a D tier that we could put there just so we can see, like, how our general scale is?
Can I see the cards?
Yeah, of course.
Exposed weakness level 0.
Is that an asset?
Text. Yeah, that's yeah.
Medical text into the track.
No,
Right
you're right.
Medical text? Which one's that one? This one?
Yeah, you know it.
So,
It lets you kill your teammates.
Sick.
Yeah, that one's pretty powerful in the Griefer run.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, I forgot to mention, but I'll announce it here. I was going to say when we were talking about future deck ideas. Our Griefer playthrough is going to begin on April 1st of 2021. So stay tuned for that.
Maybe you'll end April 1st, too.
Yeah. We just all get eliminated in the first mission. All right.
Maybe we can play the Forgotten Age and get everyone killed.
Yeah. All right. I think that's good. So we have like our range of what's broken and what's,
unplayable.
Bad, not good. So let's just go through kind of sitting in the order that we have them here. I don't know if there's an actual order, if they were just... No, it looks like they did go in a good order. So Magnifying Glass level 0.
I put that one in like A+.
Oh no, that one's an A. I think that the upgrade is like an A+ because it's just better.
Yeah, maybe. But like, if you think about it, like one resource, it's fast. It gives you +1 offensive stat for the thing your character's meant to be doing. If there was any other card that did something like that, it would be an auto-include 100% of the time.
Oh wait, no, like Magnifying Glass. Maybe this one is A+, and the other one's just like better A+.
Yeah, like if there was a purple asset that was 1 fast, took up a hand slot, and gave you a brain while casting spells, like.
You mean like Ritual Candle?
It's like pretty close to that. Yeah, Ritual Candles are a lot better than I thought they were.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Or like a 1-cost, an asset like that gave you +1 punch while fighting. Like, that would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, I still put it in all my decks too when I'm yellow, so it's pretty killer.
I mean, like the weapon one might be like, if it took up a hand slot. If it took up like a different slot.
Yeah, if it took up like your necklace slot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then get it right in there. Man.
Oh baby.
Old Book of Lore.
It's a solid B, I think.
Yeah, like if your name is exactly Mandy Thompson or Daisy Walker, this card is pretty good.
Yeah, but I think generally it's just
it's
pretty slow for everybody else.
Yeah, it is a little awkward for everyone else.
Yeah.
It's a good card, but it's nowhere near great.
Research Librarian. Once again,
I
if
think
you
he's
are
actually like
Mandy...
an A.
Pardon?
I think he's actually an A. There's a
He
lot
is
of
much
very
better
powerful
in
tomes
the
in the
Daisy
game
and
right now.
Mandy decks, obviously.
Yeah,
but...
there are some like really strong tomes that you might want to play outside of that, like the
but like 2 money
manuscripts.
Yeah, to dig out your Noctic manuscripts or your Necronomicon is pretty nuts.
Yeah, definitely. Hyper awareness.
Like, C. I really don't like these level 0 ones.
Yeah, like this one's pretty okay because it gives you like offensive stat that you need, and like defensive stat that you're going to use to get away from monsters because you are not ever going to really fight them unless you have built your deck using broken yellow cards.
Yeah, no, Justin, we don't have the good version of it yet.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not out till like late Innsmouth.
Oh, okay, cool. Where do you want to put the level 2 version?
Nachos.
Yeah, like
that one's probably just a B.
Better or worse than Old Book
like
of Lore, do you think?
A bit better than Old Book of Lore, I think.
Sick.
Yeah, it is much less of a investment to do anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Disc of Idzamna.
Is this the upgraded one or the level 0?
This is the level 2.
We're going chronologically.
Okay.
I think this one's like a...
It's a
upper B, lower A.
Yeah. Like, when it's good, it feels really good.
It's just, again, it's not like it's not blowing the doors off, but it's just a solid card.
Yeah. I think
Yellow doesn't have a big part of that is yellow doesn't have too much competition for that necklace slot.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's taken up by whatever your off class is or your other class. So
yeah. I think also, like, for me, B is fine, because if we're looking at this as, like, multiplayer, like, when we play, we don't really run this card because we have a good composition, right? But,
yeah.
Sometimes your teammates are stupid.
Do we, where do we put the lower one?
Below it.
Below it?
Yeah.
Same tier?
Like, a lot of the generic monsters have, like, 3 punch.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So, I mean, three health.
There are a lot of enemies with 3 health in the game, and the ones that don't have 3 health, you probably don't actually want to be spending a card to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah, like playing that to kill rats, or like you can't even kill cultists with it.
With this one?
Yeah, it's literally impossible. He can't spawn on top of you.
Yes. That makes sense. So it's really just. So should we put it in like C then?
Yeah, I think it's actually worse than level 0 hyper awareness, but it's not quite as bad as. I wouldn't bully someone for having their deck, but I'd bully them for having medical text in their deck. You know?
Yeah, but then they use it to kill you.
No, because I'm not playing with them.
Encyclopedia.
Is that the upgraded one?
This
is the level 2.
Than the level 0.
Sorry, Travis?
I think this one's worse than the level 0.
I mean, like, secrets are real easy to come by.
It also has 5 uses, so like, how often are you using Encyclopedia more than 5 times in a scenario?
Mm-hmm.
That depends entirely on whether I'm playing Daisy Walker or not. So, like, yeah, I guess that's pretty fair.
Yeah, but even if you're playing Daisy, like, how often are you using your old Book of Lore instead of Encyclopedia?
Never.
Yeah. That being said, I think the
Encyclopedia...
3 punch, baby. Encyclopedia is pretty good, though, I think.
Yeah, I think even if they're I think they're in the same kind of tier. Like, they're both very similar for the upgraded version and the non-upgraded version, right? So
yeah.
In multiplayer, I think that Encyclopedia belongs at like bottom of A tier, the level 0 one.
So, Travis, the upgrade, so the non-upgraded one is basically just Dream Diary level 0, but bad.
Kind of.
Unless you're using it on other people.
Kind of. Because you get 2 actions out of it. It gives you +2 till the end of the phase, so you can like use it and investigate twice or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Dream Diary still only lets you use it once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that the upgrade one is about where it should be. because like I said,
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same card. It just costs 2 experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 5 secrets is a lot of uses, right?
Yeah. Like, I guess if you're playing an Abigail Foreman build, the upgraded one is kind of priority because you will run out of secrets so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But-
but you also spent all your experience in Abigail.
Yeah, yeah. So there is that.
That is a good point, though. It is better in those kinds of decks.
Yeah, like it has some niche scenarios where the level 2 version is like much better
Mm-hmm.
than the level 0, but in most scenarios the level 0 is probably better.
It's not going to happen too often where you see us rank the level 0 above the experienced version, but hey.
I would rank level 0 Vicious Blow above level 2 Vicious Blow every day.
No, that's fair.
We'll get
Like I
there.
said,
We
not
will
too
get
often.
there.
Yeah. That's not this video though.
Laboratory assistant. I think she's just nice and good. Like, she's not great,
Yeah.
but she's not like...
I think she's better than level 2 Encyclopedia.
Yeah, she just draws you 2 cards.
Yeah, you
And
draw
increases
2
your hand
cards, you
size.
soak 2 horror. This card's Roland's best friend.
Yeah, it's
Also,
killer.
big hand, baby.
Yeah.
It's
It's also Travis's best friend.
Of note, though, as I was looking through the untranslated, this is the only base one that actually, like...
Is untranslated, or is not untranslated?
No, but it's like, do the other ones actually, like, do something when you translate them? You gain 5 resources for this?
Yeah.
Don't-
Yeah, they do like a little bit.
Here,
They
I'm
all
just gonna
have,
put...
like, a use.
Yeah. They just don't do very much. One of them makes it harder for you to investigate, but then you discover 2 clues if you succeed.
Do you think the Dream Diary is a bit better at level 0 than these guys?
Yeah, it
I think
actually,
so,
like, it's
but, yeah, like if we have the untranslated tier, it might as well live in it.
Sure.
yeah.
And then there's this one. Am I
Because
missing
otherwise
any of them?
we get to start making arguments about the other ones being like the resource one being kind of okay.
Yeah. We want those handy so we can
Yeah,
reference
yeah.
them or talk about how hard it is to upgrade them.
Mhm.
Pathfinder
Pathfinder can go
is
straight
like
to
an
the
S
S tier.
tier. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
way up at the top. That
Worse
card
than
is
the other 3,
insane.
but, like, still S tier.
Yeah. All right. Art student.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, I
She
think
gets
she's...
clue and then dies.
Yeah, she just gets a clue and then dies. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's I think she's in
She can
B.
probably live up with. She can live up with, like, research librarian, or not research librarian, laboratory assistant.
Yeah, they're very similar. They're very similar in their...
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the first of these. We'll actually grab all of them. Where is the other one? Do them in
Well,
batches.
damage
where
one
they
is really
belong.
good.
Sorry, Travis?
Damage one is acidic ichor. You can tell it's a good one because it's the only one I know the name of.
Yeah.
I think. You can go to
Yeah,
the A+ tier.
Yeah, I'd give the freezing variant like an A. It's
Yeah,
really good unless you're Ursula.
I agree as well.
Yeah, the tough part about the freezing variant is you could just have the acidic ichor most of the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But if you get randomly with shrewd analysis, you're not upset.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm upset if I'm playing Ursula because I probably already evade good.
But then why don't you
Right.
just nap the ears to that?
Because she's the yellow character I like.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's actually just it. That's all I got.
What is it? Choose an investigate location to gain 2 resources and draw a card. Is the...
I think that one's like an A. It's not great.
Yeah,
by
it's
any
worse than the
stretch.
freezing variant.
Yeah,
And then the healing one.
that one's pretty trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put the healing one under C for conditional.
I think it's
Or,
better
like,
than
it's
level
really
0
good.
hyper awareness.
Yeah, I would put it at the top of C probably.
Yeah.
Like it's really good if your teammates are dying all the time, but like you really don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, that's kind of how like I look at healing, right? Like there's just better way. Just don't fail a test. Just do that. That's
Yeah.
my advice to everybody playing this game. Don't fail, and if you do, just have a little bear or a leather coat to help you.
And Brent's sitting over there, but what if my investigator has 1 brain?
But Just because a giant pile of the guys I like to play don't have any brain score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. William T Melson, I think he's much better than we give him credit for. But the problem is, like,
No, he's probably...
he's an AA plus, I think.
Yeah.
give him an A+. I think that's good for him.
Yeah.
Even just 1 money for 2 and 2 soak is kind of insane.
Yeah.
That's
He's
exactly
so
what I was
just
gonna
raw
say.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he did not have a printed ability, he would still be pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This one is what is this one called again?
Fieldwork.
Fieldwork.
Fieldwork. Yes, it's a good card
Yeah. I would put that one also under C
for
for
conditional.
cute this time.
Cute.
It's cuter. It's cuter than it is good.
I think it's a bit. I think it deserves to be under B.
I was looking at bottom
Right,
of B for
right.
me.
I think
Yeah, like-
that it's like. So we only really have played it in Ursula, but I think that there's definitely applications for it with cards like Pathfinder and Shortcut, like movement heavy builds.
Mhm.
And in other like, you can play it in like Roland or in Joe Diamond to move in and like punch better
Yeah.
too. I think it's got a few more applications than we give it credit for.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like it does cost 2 resources and not do anything right away.
Mm-hmm. But does do stuff an infinite number of times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
In theory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in theory.
Yeah, it doesn't have limited uses.
In the know. I like this card.
yeah. So do I.
I do think, though, it's overall, like, I don't think it's an A tier, but I think it could be, like, up here with these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, the decks it enables, like, it's very strong.
Yes, yeah. But I don't think, like, everyone wants it, where, like,
No.
if you, like... And it's not like the Librarian, where not everyone wants it, but, like, when you do want it, his power level is so freaking high. Like, in the know, it's, like, not, like, gonna cause major game breakage or, like, be able
Yeah.
to provide consistency, but it is strong, and I think it's very versatile.
Yeah, when
I
it
agree with
when
that.
it is good, it's like it's pretty good.
It can live there.
Cool. The Composure one, whatever that's called.
Is this one book?
But this
and
one's like
training?
scientific theory, maybe.
That
No,
sounds...
but what stats does it buff?
It buffs Book
Oh,
and Fist.
Yeah,
Oh, that's trash.
Yeah.
it is like kind of not great.
Into the dumpster, yeah.
If you're like Joe Diamond, this looks pretty
If I'm
cool.
Joe Diamond, I want to spend my money buffing up a stat. I want it to be brain or flip,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you gotta be making sure you don't die.
Mr. Charles Ross, Esquire.
He's actually like pretty good, but not in every yellow deck.
Yeah.
I think he's a C tier guy.
Yeah, so his
Yeah.
lightning bolt effect is stackable because it doesn't say this round. It's just the next time an investigator at your location does it.
hmm
So you can just every turn fire him up and then keep a count of how many times he's been used. The next item played by an investigator at your location has its cost reduced that many times.
That seems unintended.
It is. I believe the way the FAQ says he works as well.
Weird.
Yeah, but it's just like
Yeah, like it.
memory.
It's a
issues,
weird
so-
one because why would you? Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you make us keep track of that?
Yeah. But
Yeah, no,
I think in a supporting build he is like very strong.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll put him in
He
C
also
for
may
charming
be
old man.
Yeah, he may be the subject of a future live deck building, and
Oh,
that
definitely.
probably doesn't mean that he's that good.
All right. Only 3 archaic glyphs. I'm not missing any, right? So then we got the spend
Correct.
1 charge, investigate for every 2 points you succeed, you're Rex Murphy. If you succeed, you may automatically evade an engaged enemy. And then if you succeed, you may put an asset with a printing cost X, where X is the amount you succeeded by.
I think that the Rex Murphy one is like low S, high A plus.
Yeah, I think let's put it at the A plus. I agree, especially in
Yeah.
3-player. It's like, oh baby, let's go.
Yeah.
You can do a lot.
The
of
the
stuff with
evade
that.
one, if we were discussing things being good in solo, would be very good.
Yes.
However, we are not. So, like, it's probably low B tier, like high C tier.
And then to put acid into play is probably like,
I would put that one down with the medical texts.
eat it.
I think that card's terrible.
All right.
Sorry, which one?
The one that's if you succeed, you put an asset from your hand into play with cost X.
Oh yeah, into the dumpster.
Yeah, that one's just bad. You have to jump through so many hoops to make it work. You have to succeed by X or more, where X is the cost of the asset that's in your hand that you want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, you have to have assets in your hand that you want to put into play still.
Yeah, that you just didn't like put into play.
Yeah, you didn't just
No,
pay for.
The way I evaluate these untranslated ones is like, how salty am I if I get it when I play shrewd analysis, or am I even willing to spin the wheel? Like Archaic List, I'm not willing to spin the wheel on.
That makes sense. Yeah, because actually it's
If
a
I
pretty
want it,
big
I
difference.
just want the good one.
Yeah, but I do agree with Bryn though. If we were doing this on solo, the evade one is very nice.
Yeah, if we were talking about solo, the evade one and the extra clues one would probably be reversed.
Like this is honestly,
They're gonna want a solo tier list video then. We don't know that.
Well, yeah, we're not going to do that though because we don't care about that.
I will say that this one right here is essentially actually just Trish Scarborough's ability.
Yeah, it is.
Kinda.
It is like real good.
Which
Not quite,
I've been
but-
starting to put together a deck for a solo Trish Scarborough just because I want to compare her to Finn, and I'm having a good time with it. I'm excited to see and start that series. What the fuck does this card do?
You know, flashlight.
Yeah.
This is like that, but better.
Okay.
Yeah, I give this one like a high B, or no, like a A tier, I think. Actually,
Yeah, because it reduces the shroud for the rest of the turn, right?
yeah, it does cost 4 experience, which is like the tough part.
Yeah.
But it is like just a pretty solid card.
Yeah, it's like flashlight, but like much stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just below Encyclopedia because Encyclopedia does +2 for everything.
Yeah, Encyclopedia can do +2 for whatever you need.
Yeah.
This is basically just +2 for one thing.
Cool. Dr. Ellie.
That's the thing you want. Oh, tippy top, baby. She's
I'm not
actually
tippy
like
top.
really bad. Yeah, I love her though.
Put her right there.
She's
I
not
mean-
really bad. She's like, I think she's like,
she's kinda-
Honestly, I
like-
think she's with these guys. Very similar
she's higher
kind
than
of
that.
thing.
I think she's better than that. I think she's bottom of A tier. Okay, so the reason I think she's bottom of A tier is for a similar reason that Research Librarian gets to live the top of A tier, is that she makes you more likely to find. She's kind of like extra copies of the cards that you spent experience on.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I'm for it. And I'm sure Bryn's not going to complain about Ellie in the A tier.
No, yeah, no, I love Dr. Ellie. I do fully understand that there are much better yellow allies I could be playing no matter what my deck does. But maybe one day I'll build a Miskatonic deck.
Honestly, it kind of just
The,
shows the power of Mr. Rook and Dr. Milan Christopher. It's like Pete Sylvester, right? Where, like, look at how
Yeah.
strong the allies of yellow are, but like most of the times you end up just grabbing these guys because they're just bonkers.
Bryn's using reverse psychology on me, where he's like, the cards he likes, like Dr. He's like, I don't think they're very good.
And then
No,
Travis is
I
like,
won't
hold
argue with
on a
him."
minute. Let's look at this. Let's break it down.
I come up with the reason that Bryn's wrong.
Tooth of Etzley.
I like that card a lot.
I think this card's just okay.
Yeah, like buff both your defensive stats during the Mythos phase. If you pass a test, you get to draw a card.
Yeah, like
Card's
it's fine. It's just like,
Yeah.
I wish I had an upgraded version, to be honest.
It makes Joe Diamond's defensive stats passable.
Is there? There's no upgraded version, right? No, there isn't.
No, it's just the level
No, I
0.
wish there was.
I mean, I think B, yeah, it's like, it's good, but it's not great, right? Like, it's going to help you stay alive, but it's not going to, like, I mean, it does draw the cards, which is really nice. Yeah, I mean, I like it here, but What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah. And
no,
maybe in a perfect world, they'll be right next to each other. Ellie,
Yeah.
the best friend.
Yeah, it gets real nuts when you get to put on your bracelet and Ellie's like, no way, me too, and you're best friends forever now.
Shrewd
and you just get
analysis.
+2 rate.
Fun tier, it's like S. Actually good? Kind of. Yeah, I think it belongs in that A tier somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a permanent. So how much extra XP do you are you gonna gain off it? Like if you upgrade 2 untranslated things, you can get like 8.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I had a blast with that card.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty good when I played it in Mandy in my 50 card monstrosity.
I also appreciate that it sometimes gives me not a chance. Like it makes me do it, but I play with the translated versions of things that I wouldn't normally.
Yeah. I think that it's like Research Librarian, where in the fact that if it's, I mean, you most of the time I actually just put Shrewd Analysis into my yellow decks, even if I don't have an untranslated thing, because like I feel like someone will make fun of me on the internet if I don't, because they're like, it's a free card, right?
Yeah.
And
this card's also like very high on the Lola tier list because it counts as one of your yellow cards.
Yes.
Oh baby, yeah, 2 free yellow cards.
Yeah. Well, maybe only 1.
I think here is good. I don't
like,
really care about
it's
that
real
one.
Strong.
I don't really care too much. It doesn't. Quick Study, otherwise known as the card with the art I hate more than any other card in this game.
It's like a pretty okay card.
What do you mean you don't like a kid cosplaying as Donald Trump?
Get out of my office! You're fired!
Yeah.
I think that belongs to like B tier-ish. Probably like middle of B tier. It's a good card, but like you need to not take up any slots is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to like have something. You either need to have a way to recoup the clue that you're spending, or you need to be able to make some use of it, right?
Yeah. I think it not being permanent is a real big knock against it. Just being able to have that, right?
I got no issues with it not being permanent. It's not like something you build around. You just kind of have it when it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Roland, it's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep you alive against the games deck, and all you got to do is shoot him in.
Yeah, it's just like an okay card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Otherworldly Compass? Yes, Otherworldly Compass. Place against -X Shroud. X's number of reveal locations connected to your location. Oh, no.
No, that's right. Where you had it was good.
Where I had
It's
it?
kind of not great. Most of the high shroud locations in the game, or the ones that you need to get clues off of, are connected to like one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you've paid XP to put a bad flashlight in your deck. Good job.
Okay, the stones.
Damage one's like really good.
I think they're all pretty good.
Enemy or
One of them's like, what do the other two do?
But yeah, like the damage one. So like there's one that heals horror, I believe.
Yeah, there's one that heals horror.
And like I know that we always say that that's bad, but in this case, it's almost free. Like so close to being free.
Once again, I would not be that upset if I got it off of Shrewd Analysis. That one can probably live in like B tier.
Yeah, like it also helps a lot of investigators out who normally struggle with like low horror scores, low sanity scores.
And then we have one that allows you to move when you draw any number. When you draw X cards.
How sick is that? Like, you get to turn your cryptic research into 3 shortcuts.
Yeah, it's like pretty good.
Yeah, that is nice.
I think that one also belongs. I think that one belongs like A tier.
Yeah, like it's movement is good, and for some reason, movement is Yellow's thing, along with being able to fight real good and do other things good too.
I think the damagey one's better than Doctor.
Oh yeah,
Melson.
yeah.
Dr. Melson's
The damage
like
one's like
the
real
bottom of A
strong.
plus probably, but
Do we think the damaging one's better than the one where you have to test?
In a vacuum, no.
In a vacuum, no.
Yeah, it depends
Correct.
what the rest of your deck looks like.
That's her. That's
Yeah,
her.
like if
So
you're
that
playing
probably
Cryptic
means
Research
no.
to drop you cards and dome something for 3, like, that's really good.
Oh man,
But
you
if
get
you're
to
just
play
trying to
your.
kill something by drawing a card every turn, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
You get to play your stupid blood right and dome something for 4.
Oh baby.
oh, baby.
Just like get him out of here. 5 if he was engaged with you at the beginning or the end of your last turn.
Yeah, I lived that life when I played Mayday.
Yeah.
Feed the Mind is, like, pretty garbage, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's great.
I
I
couldn't
think
even.
it's like C tier.
Low C.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was a card.
Yeah, it's low C. Like, it's not unplayable. I've been thought about playing it a couple times, but it's not good.
I thought about
great.
playing it, but then I made like better choices.
Yeah. And then I was like,
ooh, zoo. Cards bonkers.
yeah.
Yeah. Fingerprint
No,
Kit.
agree.
It's a solid B card. It's very
Yeah.
similar to, not mechanically, but in power level to Fieldwork, I think. I think Fieldwork deserves to be a little bit higher on the list that we have here, but whatever.
Sure. Where should we put it?
Yeah, like, sure. Like, yeah, about there. It's a little bit worse than that. I think Fingerprint Kit could, like, live just above it or just below it. Like, it costs more money, it's got limited uses, but, like, 3 extra clues.
Is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're paying 4 money for 3 deductions.
Yeah.
4 money in an action.
Yeah, but you can, like, reload it with stuff, too. It's just, just like an okay card.
Yeah. Tarot.
You also have to exhaust it to use it, which is what kills it for me. But
Ooh, you do have to exhaust to use it.
Yeah, Tarot belongs at the top of A+, bottom of S.
yeah, like we said about magnifying glass, practically free upgrade to your offensive stat.
Yep.
Yeah,
And this one you
doesn't
can
take
use
up a-
even
a
if
slot.
for the rare Mythos card that wants it. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Scroll of Secrets, the multi-class version.
Is this a
She
rabbit
knows it's
or
a
not?
multi-class.
Sorry, Travis?
Has this one? Are we playing with this one errated
Or
or as printed?
what is the? It's not a. It's
Errata is it's a lightning bolt instead of an action.
so that's with taboo list, right?
I guess technically.
So for consistency, then no taboo list.
Okay, into the trash.
Yeah, no, then you got it. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other two,
Grizzly
the other
Totem.
one can just go down there too. Grizzly Totem's pretty good though.
What was it do again?
Yeah.
MT.
yeah, I like.
Oh, it's
Grizzly
Minty
Totem.
fan, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty similar in power level to Tooth of Esli, actually. I think
Sick.
maybe like a touch lower, just because like it's a little bit more niche.
Hawkeye folding camera.
I like this one quite a bit.
I like it too. I think it's a bit awkward in how we play. Sometimes where you're like the support is just like, oh, I can hoover up this last clue, and then the seeker's like, no, don't. I have to take a picture. But I do think the card
you
is
son of a.
really nice.
Yeah.
I do like it.
It is like a pretty good card. The tough part is like you don't get the book till the second one, but getting a brain and a book is pretty nice. The sanity's basically useless.
Yeah. I think it's kind of
But,
like with these guys for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the
it
level
is.
zero,
It is
it's
a
a pretty
little
solid
rough.
card.
That like, if you top deck it late, it kind of doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Or even in the mid game, it probably doesn't really do anything because by the time you've got the stats, you've got most of the clues.
Yeah, like you really want it in your opening
Yeah.
hand if it's in your
Yeah.
deck.
It does commit for a brain though, which is just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's workable.
Grizzly Totem upgrade.
Oh man, Justin. This is like this card's like you.
Oh, it is me. It's me in a card.
Yeah.
It's Min and like
Yeah.
like baby Silas.
Yeah, you're like if Silas could play this.
I think it'd be in like low A.
Yeah, like this card is pretty sick. If you're playing a throw skills at it deck, this card's real good.
I gotta play Min again because the last time I played Min, I went insane in the Asylum. So that's kind of where I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a pretty goodish card.
Esoteric Atlas. Oh, it's like
this one is like Pathfinder, but worse. I think it belongs in the A tier.
Yeah.
Maybe
there's a really reason to play this over Pathfinder.
Probably just like one above the move tablet, right? I think that seems good because you don't need to like translate it, less experience. You don't need to draw cards. You can just move.
Yeah, but for whatever reason you don't have access to Pathfinder, it's a great card even.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even if you do have access to Pathfinder, this one does have some niche upside where you never actually occupy the intervening space.
Yeah.
So you can use it to like skip past a monster, or even if there's just a location that's like when you move here, do something bad.
It's just probably better than Pathfinder and Solo for that exact reason. But I mean, honestly, actually, you probably just want both in Solo. Like that would be fine.
Yeah, why not? Pathfinder doesn't take up a slot, which is pretty.
Yeah, you can have untabooed. You can have 2 Pathfinders in play.
Oh baby.
So you can just zoom.
Yeah.
What is this card even called? I know what it does. It just gives you an additional card in your hand.
Studious.
I think it's like.
I think that card's a B.
Yeah, like it's fine.
It's a fine.
Almost
Like
never want to spend money on it.
It's nice in that like it just makes you slightly more likely to have the cards that you need at the start of the game. Right.
The Cult Lexicon. This card's really strong.
Yeah. I mean, like the Cult Lexicon's kind of garbage, but
we're not gonna be ranking the bonded cards. Like it's like the whole package when it comes to these for people who are watching at home. So like, I've always just seen Travis do gross frickin' shit with it. I think it's up here with these guys, like the damage dealers.
Yeah. I kind of still can't believe Blood Right doesn't like I understand why, but at the same time, I understand why from a card design point of view, but from like a parallel point of view, why doesn't it provoke tax of opportunity?
Segment of Onyx. Hello.
To the top with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Segment of Onyx, I might put in like the A+. Like Pendant of the Queen is insane, but you do have to do a little bit of work to get there.
It's pretty trivial with Mr. Rook, though.
Yeah, but like individually, the card is not as good as everything else in this pile. Like assuming we're judging it in a vacuum.
Like the S stuff is that's pretty fair. Like the S stuff is generally the enablers, and A+ is like our payoffs.
I think that's fair as well. Yeah, top of like A+. Yeah. Bryn convinced me.
Like you do have to get all 3 of them, and with yellow cards that is pretty easy.
Yeah.
But you do actually have to do it.
Yeah.
As opposed to the stuff that we've got up there where you're just like, I'm going to slam this into play and then face roll the game. That one you got to draw a bunch of cards, then slam it into play and face roll the game.
Otherworldly Codex. Oh yeah, this card's not great, but...
That's a very polite way of putting that.
But we dream of it being good. At least we did when we... I know Travis and I think we were higher on it than Bryn was when we did the review.
I don't know. It does belong.
Yeah, like if it works, and like there are definitely scenarios where it'll be much better than others.
Travis.
Actually, it's probably like a B card, but
it is 3 money for not anything right now. It doesn't do anything immediately.
Yeah, it takes up here. Like one of the issues with this card is now even for the big hand archetype, there's there's a new card from the Harvey Walters deck, takes up an arcane slot and like gives you extra hand size. And these two, like, it's tough to say which is different. They're very comparable. I like this one more. I think it's more fun.
It is more fun.
But yeah, like it's if you're not playing big hand archetype, it's pretty garbage.
I do hate the bookkeeping on that card. Like the part of the game where you're trying to figure out if you're over hand size or not.
Honestly, I think you can go with Old Book of Lore, where like in the deck it's really nice, but otherwise it's just a bit too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with Travis. If for fun, it's up here. I'm with him. It is fun.
100 cards just.
All right. The stupid these cards.
I think wherever they go, they all go there. I don't think one of them is really worse than the other. I would probably put them like
They're
top
all
8
very
here.
close in value, yeah. This is one where I put through the shrewd analysis, and I'm just like, whatever comes out.
Yeah, it actually doesn't matter. Like, they're all fine.
Yeah.
Some of them are slightly better for different builds, but even that doesn't really matter. Like,
I think at this point now they're better than Encyclopedia, the upgraded ones, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Do we think they're in A+? Do we think they're in A?
I think they're A+. I think this is like, not counting Noptic manuscripts, I think this is the best hand asset in yellow.
It's real good.
Yeah.
Do we think they're better? Like, where do we think they're in A? Better than Magnifying Glass?
Yeah. Those are hand assets.
Not as good as the additional clue. Do we like them here? Or do we go like that?
I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, they're just more general than the.
Yeah, like they also
Arcane
perform
thing.
like an admirable defensive function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonkers. All right. Upgrade Old Book of Lore.
This one's like technically better than level 0.
Oh man, have you played with this one? This is like 1,000 times better than level 0. It costs one less resource. Also, like sometimes you're just like, check it out, guys. I found a different thing, but also it's free and in play right now.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't really. You're not gonna play this one in Investigators. You wouldn't play the level 0 Book of Lore, probably.
Fair. That's fair. This one is like much stronger as a support card, though.
To me, I think it's just like one whole tier up. It's like good enough to be in low A. Because like it does what it does, but it can play a card and reduces the cost, right?
Yeah, you also get some sweet action compression out of that.
Yeah, like there's just a lot on this card that I think in and of itself, it's like right here. For me, anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it has like the search power of Dr. Ellie. So, Abigail, I know she's good. I've not played with her, but I know she's strong.
Oh man, I would put her like right next to the research librarian, like just above the research librarian.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because she's almost exactly the same as him. Where like in the deck that wants her, she's so good. But in the deck that doesn't, she's like a giant waste of everything you could ever have done.
Yeah.
I would say she's probably a little bit worse than Research Librarian, in that like if you put Research Librarian in your deck and it doesn't work out, he's a level 0 card. But if you put Abigail Fortman in your deck and it doesn't work out, you
might need to look in the mirror and be like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah, like Abigail's
like
power level is much higher though.
Yeah,
but I think that is fair.
Also, like, Research Librarian goes into more decks than Abigail does.
Yeah. Yeah, so then we're just looking at just generalized power level. I can get behind that. All right, the Harvey Walter cards were here. I don't know what the majority of these do. This one gives you an additional hand size?
This is the card, Arcane Enlightenment, that's what it is. This goes like right beside Dream Enhancing Serum.
Sick. The Solano fragments. I think it's cute.
I like this one. This is like a better magnifying glass for the big hand archetype, and for every other yellow archetype, it's like
I think it's like with
sometimes a better magnifying glass.
Yeah.
I think that one deserves to be in.
So my mind is telling me like low A, because you don't need to work for it like you do with Hawkeye folding camera, and it costs 1 less. You just need to have cards in your hand, which you're gonna have at least 5, right?
I should hope so.
But getting to 10 is a bit tricky for decks that aren't big hand size. So like maybe it's like here.
Like even in the big hand size deck, you don't really get to 10. It is kind of just like an easier to do Hawkeye folding camera.
So maybe just like here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Feed the Mind upgraded? What? No, downgraded.
You can just put that wherever.
Put it in undefined, translated.
It doesn't really matter. It's a card that doesn't really matter.
Higher education level 0.
This one's like kind of efficient as far as those. Like it does boost the most important brain stat, and then like also the as far as these cards that like boost, you have to pay money to boost your stats go, and you have to pay money to put into play. This one's probably on the better side because it gives you plus brain and plus book.
Maybe high C.
Yeah, it's a lot better than hyper awareness.
Yeah, so we do have to bear in mind, Travis, when we get to purple. The purple one does this without the 5-card restriction.
Yeah, but you don't use book in purple. You use brain.
Well, I mean, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
What does Wit and Green do?
Oh, Wit and Green is sick. Upgraded Wit and Green is
one of
like
those allies that are like really good.
Yeah.
So you have a Toma relic, and after you reveal location and exhauster search. Oh, and you just search your deck. Okay.
Well, you said that the one is. Yeah, the level 0 one is like the top 6 cards.
Yeah, and then the other one's top 9.
The level 2 one is top 9.
Yeah, so it's like the boxing gloves.
Level 2 one also gives you plus brain.
Yeah, which is sick.
Yeah. The level 2 one I'd put in like top of A, bottom of A plus. That card is real good.
Yeah. I think she deserves higher than that. She's better than Melson. Yeah. I think the other one belongs like around where Dr. Ellie is. Probably a little bit higher than Dr.
Yeah, like
Ellie.
she's a similar enabler for that archetype.
Sick. Good job with it. You're killing it.
Yeah, the upgraded one, if we were talking about taboo list, I would put her higher than Dr. Milan. But I have a bias.
I think that's fair.
And we're not.
We're not, yeah. Who the heck is this lady?
Oh, that's
yeah.
Return a tome asset you control to its owner's hand. Play a different tome asset from your hand, reducing its cost by 2. That's cute.
She can live in like A+.
Yeah, she can live with the rest of the book enablers, I suppose.
She can. She's way better than that. She gets to reset all of the. So lets you re-pick up your Necronomicon or your Noptic manuscripts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
The first time I played Harvey, I played with the Necronomicon. I just put 2 of her in, and I just cycled through the Necronomicon like every turn, and used all the clues on it because it doesn't exhaust. Why would it?
Speaking of Necronomicon, we could just like, it's not even here. What the heck?
That's weird. It belongs in S+ tier though.
Yeah, S+, yeah. We have upgraded Esoteric Atlas.
It lets you move 3 instead of 2.
Oh, okay. I do think that
is that
it's
worth the extra experience?
I don't think so.
It depends which campaign you're playing.
Yeah, we can just like stick it beside it, where like the regular one is usually good enough, but sometimes this one's better.
Mm-hmm. And then we got whatever these guys do.
Those ones are actually very strong in especially the damage dealing one. Surprise, surprise! In the big hand archetype.
Yeah.
You have to be able to consistently. You either have to have a way to eat the 4th action, where
Yeah.
you have to have a way to consistently sit there with like 15 cards in your hand or whatever.
By one for every 4 cards in your hand.
Yeah, sorry, 16 cards in your hand. Make
So
it free.
8 gives you it for 2 actions. So then the effect is move 1 damage from a player card to an enemy. With number 1 clue. I mean, they're nice. So I'm gonna look at these right now as activating them for. Let's assume this is just in some random guy's deck, and he has 8 cards in hand, 2 action. The heal 1 and damage 1 is actually nice. Like that is pretty nice.
Yep.
But that's a lot of stuff.
Like I said,
these.
I think these belong in like B tier, highest B tier, because they're like just okay in a normal deck. In hand size, once you can do them for 1 action, they're great. And God forbid you actually get to do them without spending an action.
I think I'll put them above the stuff that like enables hand size because like it's the reward for doing this thing.
Yep, that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
That goes counter
Farsight.
to us putting our enablers higher in the S tier and then our payoffs in the A+ tier, but that's okay.
I mean, we'll be consistent. Farsight, during your turn, if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, exhausted, play an event card from your hand, paying its cost. That's cute.
Yeah,
think
this
cards
one
like
also might be the subject of a live deck building episode in the future. So
Yeah, it's like a high B, low A card.
yeah,
I could go with it. I can go with it here.
I'm pretty sure that card made the cut in one of the archetype videos, I think. But we'll see someday.
And then the Miskatonic one, which I think is really good.
Oh yeah, that one's also like an A+ S tier card.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's just like it's your own. Why wouldn't Seeker get 2 charismas bundled into 1?
Why not, right?
yeah.
Why would look at all these awesome allies? They're like, man, people can't stop playing Dr. Milan, so we better give them a reason to play more allies.
Yeah, it's like,
Different
why don't
allies.
we just make Dr. Milan worse or better allies? No, more good allies, and they get to play more. Those are the rules of Seeker. Let's go. Sick. I think that's a pretty good tier list. I'll just for
Yeah,
everyone.
and the
who's wondering.
Necronomicon's up in the S tier, probably
Yeah.
like below Dr. Milan. Actually, it might be better than Dr. Milan. It's like insane. You can just use any of the abilities as like they're lightning bolts, and they don't exhaust the Necronomicon.
Crazy.
Well, why would they?
I don't know. And there's like it does
It's a
everything. It
Seeker
draws you
card.
cards. It does testless damage. Like it boosts your stats.
Seeker just keeps getting to do whatever the heck they want. They're strong.
Yeah, so since we don't have the card on here, it's like cost 3, 5 experience. It commits for 5 book icons in case you ever need that. Comes with 6 secrets, limit 1 per deck. You can spend 1 secret to get +2 skill value for this test. You can spend 2 secrets to draw 2 cards. You can spend 3 secrets to discover 1 clue at any location. And you can spend 4 secrets to deal 3 damage to an enemy engaged.
Wow.
See, you're telling me that Joe Diamond could use that with the Shaving Man for +5 book one time.
Yes. Like every turn.
Wow.
I mean, that seems pretty cool.
Like, I kind of don't understand why this card is the way it is. You know?
Someone, as Brent always says, someone in Fantasy Flight really likes yellow.
I just don't get it. Why is it 5 experience instead of exceptional? It's even limited once per deck.
Are there any exceptional cards in other colors? Or is it just green?
Yeah.
Green.
No, stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan, yeah. Sick. Well, that's our tier list. We will see you guys in the near future when we're going to move on to the Bryn special, which is going to be a fun video of Travis just going garbage.
What the hell is this card?
I already know what my D is for that list.
Ooh. We'll see you guys next week or whenever you guys come back for another video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.